But Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet.
Matter of fact, before they stopped it, I said every time I stopped somebody, I called it out, didn't I?
Every time he come in the corner and talk to me, I said, yo, what you doing?
Gervonta, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
Gervonta, you was charged.
You got nothing to say, guys. Come with me, I'm your body.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
You got nothing to say.
Right now, 4:30, a boxing star bonding out of jail in Broward County and refusing to answer our questions.
When a legendary boxing figure suddenly aligns himself with the opposite camp, people in the sport immediately start paying attention. This goes way beyond an ordinary contract deal or promotional partnership. Floyd "Money" Mayweather is making a calculated move that could reshape conversations across boxing. After building his reputation around an unbeaten career, he's now making a business decision that's creating major buzz throughout the industry. The center of the story is Calvin Ford joining forces with Mayweather Promotions. And this isn't just any addition to the team. Ford is widely recognized as the longtime mentor and trainer who helped guide Gervonta "Tank" Davis throughout his rise in boxing. Mayweather Promotions has now officially welcomed Ford into the organization, and Floyd has already started speaking publicly about why this partnership came together in the first place. But the impact of this move reaches far beyond business growth. It has sparked serious discussion about loyalty, relationships, and changing dynamics inside the boxing world. At the same time, many fans and insiders are paying close attention to what this could ultimately mean for Gervonta Davis and the direction of his future career. Boxing fans already understand that the connection between Floyd Mayweather Jr., Gervonta Davis, and trainer Calvin Ford has never been straightforward. Their history is complicated, with moments of support mixed with clear tension over the years. Mayweather built his legacy by dominating opponents in the ring without taking losses, but outside boxing, he has also remained a constant figure in headlines and controversy. During Tank Davis's rise through the sport, Mayweather was heavily involved in shaping his career, helping push him into the spotlight as one of boxing's brightest upcoming names, while fueling the growing excitement around his future as he moved up the ranks.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together. I used to take him to work with me and he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left. And unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
As Gervonta Davis continued gaining recognition in the boxing world, the tension between him and Floyd Mayweather Jr. became harder to ignore. What started as occasional issues eventually grew into ongoing conflicts tied to business choices, career planning, and control over the direction of Davis's future in the sport. Right in the middle of the situation was Calvin Ford, a figure who meant far more to Tank than simply being his coach. Ford played a major role in guiding him throughout his journey, serving as both a mentor and a father figure while helping shape him into the fighter he became. That's why many people were caught off guard when Ford later joined forces with Mayweather Promotions, sparking speculation about what may have influenced that unexpected move. When the situation was brought up to Floyd Mayweather Jr., he eventually shared his thoughts publicly during a conversation with CNN. In that interview, Mayweather gave his side of the story and explained how he views Calvin Ford's involvement with the company.
As far as, I don't want to put no specific name out there. I don't want to put specific names out there. Mm-hmm. Whereas, you have a lot of young fighters Because it's rough. It's a recession. So it's rough for fighters.
Away from the public comments, some individuals connected to Mayweather Promotions believe the move may carry a deeper business strategy behind it. According to those close to the situation, the history between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Gervonta Davis has never been completely stable, and there's speculation that bringing Calvin Ford into the organization could help Floyd maintain stronger ties to people within Tank's circle.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. 'Cause they can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
What could have caused someone like Calvin Ford, who's consistently stood behind Tank through everything, to suddenly change his stance like this?
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has built one of the biggest promotional networks in boxing, and being connected to that system brings plenty of opportunities. For Calvin Ford, making this decision could open the door to working with more fighters, while also increasing his visibility and influence throughout the sport.
Lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter.
However, the situation isn't purely about career growth. There are also suggestions that Ford may be feeling some level of frustration with Tank, especially in light of recent headlines surrounding Tank's legal troubles, his court appearances, and the ongoing instability in his personal affairs.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say...
Aligning himself with Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s promotional company could also signal Ford's push for a more organized and stable professional environment. It's possible he sees this as a way to move forward under a system that feels more consistent and reliable compared to what he may have experienced with Tank's situation.
He didn't have a chance to focus 100% on boxing. You know, one day you're worried about the position that your family is in. You're worried about your living conditions. So that's why, you know, fighters are not able to.
As for Tank, reports suggest he hasn't taken the situation lightly. Those close to the camp claim he's unhappy with how things have unfolded, and he may see Ford's decision as a sign of shifting loyalty toward Floyd Mayweather Jr. rather than remaining fully in his corner.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father. Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like, this whole family together. Him with Kenny, but for sure, like, them two, they held the whole camp together, for sure.
Wouldn't be here without him? Would you say that? Without Calvin?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here without him. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like, looking for him type stuff.
Yeah, he told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside, sleep in front of the gym, in front of the door.
Yeah, I used to run from I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym, don't tell my grandma or nothing.
Tank's reaction is said to have been intense, according to people familiar with the situation. Sources claim he was visibly frustrated and allegedly even aimed some anger toward Floyd Mayweather Jr. This growing tension has reportedly also led Tank to question Ford's loyalty more openly, while simultaneously putting a spotlight on the stability of his training setup.
Y'all gotta watch these guys,
right,
man.
He's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Glove champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and He's got some skills, dog. Like I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad. If you're gonna add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yes, young.
Yeah.
Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So
Okay.
you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say, I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, the same way,
Yeah, like
they sparred before the same way. Yeah, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know how I went.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys there. Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest.
With Calvin Ford now officially aligning with Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s side, the implications extend beyond Tank as an individual.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
Some analysts suggest that Calvin Ford's addition to the setup connected with Floyd Mayweather Jr. may also carry a deeper strategic layer. From this viewpoint, the move isn't just about strengthening a promotional roster.
Waiting to sit down and talk to him one-on-one, saying what his mental at. Whatever he want to do, I just prepare him for it mentally, you know what I'm saying?
With Calvin Ford now officially integrated into Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s promotional structure, attention has turned to what this could mean for Tank's future path.
You want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Some fans argue that this change might jeopardize Tank's recent momentum, mainly because his relationship with Calvin Ford was developed over many years through consistent trust and shared growth.
You're still early in the game. What do you want your legacy to be when it comes to this game, man?
Beat the system.
That's system? It. What's the system of boxing?
Beat the system of boxing, life. Just beat the system. Be able to spread my wings and had my people next to me spread their wings. That's it. I ain't really got no big goal of this sports and all that. I just want to get my money and just remove myself.
The big question many are now asking is whether Tank and Ford will eventually mend their relationship, or if this signals a permanent split in a partnership that once appeared strong and deeply established.
And he came in the corner at the 6th round and said, my hand is hurting. If you look at the tape, I said, man, I don't want to hear that. Fight through it. And he done it. Y'all got to give this young man his props.
At this stage, Tank seems to be maintaining some separation, even though a future reunion with Ford cannot be fully dismissed. However, with Ford now officially connected to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s camp, the chances of an early reconciliation appear to be narrowing.
I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Gervonta Davis has reportedly suggested that he was being presented with contract offers exceeding anything Floyd Mayweather Jr. ever secured during his own peak years. According to claims, that comparison did not go over well with Mayweather.
set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this
it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come.
Within boxing circles, various rumors have been circulating suggesting that Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have had a deeper level of involvement in some of the recent controversies surrounding Gervonta Davis.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
Just when tensions appeared to be at their highest, another development has reportedly intensified the situation further. Some observers interpret this situation as a possible signal that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is shifting his focus toward other fighters, with Shakur Stevenson receiving more visible backing and attention.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know you have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level.
Within boxing circles, speculation continues to grow about what this emerging connection might actually represent. Some believe that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could be positioning a new rising talent to occupy a spotlight similar to the one once associated with Gervonta Davis, while others view it simply as another strategic move within his long-standing influence in the sport.
Yeah, I was in the gym with him before when I went to the gym with him, people don't know this, but I had went to the gym with him off camera, nobody seen it, and I was kind of like begging him to spar me. And I remember I had a hurt hand at the time. I'm like, man, I don't care. I'll use one hand in there. I just want to get in there with Floyd.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he was older at the time, so he wasn't the same Floyd Mayweather. I want to say this was like a year, maybe 2 years ago. So, yeah, I've been in the gym with him before. He correct certain things. Floyd even called me, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, and, showed me some new tricks. So at the end of the day, he still, show a lot of love to me.
That brings today's video to a close. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and enable the notification bell so you stay updated with our latest content. Share your thoughts in the comments. We're interested in hearing your perspective. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.